Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tracy.
And I'm Ashton.
And today I'm gonna react to
React.
him.
Yeah.
Well, I'll talk to.
Welcome back to the Ashton Show.
I said they like you better than me. Me versus You by Tom MacDonald.
Well, why am I fighting you?
It's called Me versus You. We can fight. You ain't gonna win.
Oh, I'll win.
But we can fight.
I would win, even if it meant sacrificing my legs.
Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You ready?
Yeah, you're the one who would fight.
I'm the one that you hate for making America great. And I'm the one who's trying to build back better. We ain't the same. Yeah, you're right. There's a difference. Y'all are woke and we're awake. What a joke. Does white privilege have something to say? Your president drove the country into the ground. The crime rate is through the roof. There ain't no jobs to be found. Inflation going up. My kids need food in their mouths. You put the fake news on every TV screen in my house. Hold up. Your president a racist, homophobic. Tried to overthrow democracy and everybody knows it. He will never make America great again like the slogan. He a white supremacist. Just like all of you who voted. That is not facts. All you woke morons do is talk trash. Drag queens in classrooms hate anyone who's not black. You're pro-white, you know that's what the Klan members are, right? You're anti-LGBTQ, then why they always on your mind? Bro, you're a boy, you're a girl, stop playing stupid. You screwing up the youth and all the children are our future. You don't care about the kids, look at all the school shootings. You're pro-gun, it's your fault, stop making those excuses. You think anyone who don't agree with you is just a bigot. You're a fascist, you're a Nazi. You just mad because you triggered. You're just jealous of the left because we're progressive and we're winning. Now I'm tripping that you won the election because you rigged it. They put you on the...
Because it was rigged!
Well, I mean, we all saw it. Everyone saw that they rigged it. It's just whether you want to choose to believe if they rigged it or not. But everyone saw that they, it was clear that they cheated that election.
Yeah, where'd the 15 million votes go? Where'd the extra 15 million votes go?
I went to bed before all that happened.
I didn't. I watched it all. Live and in color. Anyhow, I think people are starting to realize, a lot of people are starting to realize it's not left versus right anymore.
Well, I mean,
because I can tell you, I don't agree with everything Trump is doing. I voted for him 3 times. 3 times. All 3 times. And I voted for him in the primaries. I don't agree with quite a bit of the things that he's doing. However, it's better than what we would have had. It's my opinion. Just my opinion. Don't shoot me.
I think everybody in politics, everywhere.
Well, here's the thing. We liked him because he wasn't a politician.
He's looking like one now.
Right now he is, and stuff he's saying, I don't like it because he's going with his billionaire donors, and that is not okay. It's not okay, Trump, so you better get this shit, you better straighten this shit out because we ain't happy at all.
Speaking of ACDC, you ever heard the song Money Talks?
I know.
Should listen to it. It's pretty eye-opening. Listen to the Money Talk. Money Talks.
I know. I know.
Come on, listen to the Money Talk. That's all you need to hear. As soon as you see that, I don't care how strict your morals are. Everybody has a certain number. You see a certain number, and suddenly some of your morals are going to shift around that money.
We did not. I don't know if it's all about the money for him. He was already a billionaire.
Yeah, but he didn't make nothing when he was president.
Right, he lost money. He actually lost money. And he doesn't take a salary, which we also liked. I just don't agree with some of the things that he's doing or some of the things that he's saying. Like, we don't have talent here in America. Yes, the fuck we do. Yeah, we do.
Wait.
We do.
Have you seen our modern mainstream talent? Have you taken a good look at our modern mainstream
But here's the
talent?
kicker. They're not using those F-1B visas for actual talent. They're using them for low-level paying jobs. And that's
that's
the
the
jobs
problem.
that Americans could take. But, Americans don't want them. Well, guess what? If that's the only job that's around and you're not handing stuff out to people, then they're going to take the job because they're going to have no choice.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Stop handing free stuff out. Stop letting
that's
people
the
sit on
thing.
their butts and do nothing and
I
make
mean-
them get a job. It's real simple. It's really, they don't want me to be president because
President doesn't have any real power anyway.
I'd have power, all right. I'd turn into a dictator for 4 years.
And then you get impeached just as quickly.
Good luck, because they'd all be in jail, because that's where they all belong. Everybody in
prisoners.
Congress. No, everybody. No, the political prisoners were the January 6th defendants that didn't get a trial in due process.
And then when you take
Everybody in Congress is a criminal. They all inside trade. They have all done illegal crap. So guess what? They all should be in jail.
But-
Every single one of them. All of them. Right, left, center, all of them. Because all of them have done wrong. They all belong in jail. And there should not be career politicians. That should not be a job title.
But if you were the president and you did that, they would still be considered your political opponents no matter how you look at it.
Not if they're on my side, they're not. They're still going to jail if they're criminals. Listen, you sign the Insurrection Act and you round them all up and you fucking give them military tribunals and you hang everybody for treason.
Yeah.
Period.
At that point, if you can prove it. But you
Right.
can't just throw them in jail because you say they've done something.
Well,
That's
the evidence
not
is
how
clear
it
to most
works.
Americans.
But that's not how this country works.
The evidence is already there. They just don't do anything about it
But
because
you're-
they're all of them are on the
You're
same
falling
side.
into the same fallacy they are. Is what
Who's that? I'm not saying just one side. It's both sides.
I'm talking the people who were the political prisoners. The ones who were at January 6th but didn't do nothing. The ones that became they weren't given due process.
Right.
And now you're talking that, we'll just not give the people in Congress due process.
I didn't say
We'll just
anything
throw
about.
them in
I
jail."
didn't say anything about not giving them due process.
You can't just throw them in jail, though.
Well,
is the
also,
thing.
if it's a military tribunal, of course you're not going to jail.
But you're saying throw
Do
them
you
all
want to
in
know
jail.
what happened when they tried to steal the election from Abraham Lincoln? He hung them
Well,
in front
yeah.
of the White House.
Yeah, that's the only punishment for treason.
So, get to it.
Left, they put you on the right. They tell you what to hate, then they tell you who to fight till you're screaming. Screaming.
That's true.
They put you on the right, they put you on the left. They tell you who to hate, they do anything to get you screaming.
Really empowering.
Screaming. My president draining the swamp, we building walls. Your president.
He hasn't drained the swamp, and it's really getting on my nerves. So, no, he's not draining the swamp. The swamp is deep, and the swamp is actually the people who are career.
Well, yeah, I've been saying there should be no career politicians.
It's not even just the politician. It's not even so much the politicians.
No, because
It's
people
that-
go into politics broke,
But it's-
dead broke, and
right.
then they come out worth
Millions of dollars.
millions of dollars.
Right. However, if you look at it, it's technically not, it's part the politicians, but it's also your intel agencies, your CIA. You figure
Oh,
in the
CIA
CIA,
is
the
doing backflip.
FBI, the NSA, the DNI, you only appoint the very top people. Then you have all the career people that are in there for decades. That's the swamp, and you can't fire them. Well, that's not okay, because they shouldn't be going against the will of the American people, which they do.
Our government's gone against the will
Exactly.
of the American people. Our entire involvement in World War II was a sham.
Everything's a sham. Everything's a psyop.
We're taught
All of it.
what happened during World War II. We're not taught the context
Of why it
of
happened.
World War II.
I know. And I know what happened in World War II.
I know the context of World War II. And I think if the Americans of that time knew the context of Pearl Harbor, they never would have signed on for that war.
Nope.
Because our government...
She would call me back. Go ahead.
Because our government provoked that attack by embargoing Japan. Japan was like, we will stop our war effort if you just let us keep the land that we've already taken.
No, we wanted
But the United
war.
States wanted that war and said, no, you're going to get back on that island and you're going to like it.
And they knew
Japan
it was
was
coming.
not going to back down.
They knew it was coming.
They had
and they
all
did
the intel
nothing.
was coming.
Yep.
That's why all of our ships were in Pearl Harbor that day. We were already militarizing.
9/11.
And then as soon as Japan kamikaze Pearl Harbor, because it was a 2-stage attack.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as they did that, we already knew it was coming.
I know we knew it was coming.
Our government knew it was coming.
Our government also knew 9/11 was coming. Our government knows when everything's coming, and
knew
you
a
can't.
year in advance.
And you can't tell me they didn't. And all of it, it needs.
Not with so many intelligence.
I'm
agencies.
sorry, but I think it all needs to be burned to the ground, left, right, center, all of it. It needs to be burned to the ground and started over.
But they wanted our involvement in World War II, and they got it however they wanted. However
wanted
they
it.
could.
Yep.
They wanted it. They got it however they could.
Open the border for one and all. Now there's murderers and criminals evading the law. Walking right into America, our safety is gone. Well, my president ended pandemic, saved the economy, and introduced legislation fighting for our equality. His son smokes crack. I don't care about that, honestly. He's raising all our wages. He can't raise his children properly. You obviously pro-life. A woman's choice is your right. I feel like abortion is important and you don't like. You're treating it like birth control. You're treating them like your wife. I said that all lives matter and I also meant unborn life. You're so clever. Go ahead, make your little meme.
Here's the thing about abortion. And now I might get in trouble for my take on this topic.
Abortion's murder.
I don't believe anybody should be using it as a form of birth control.
Right.
If you are using it as a form of birth control, fundamentally there is something wrong with you. That's the part that's gonna get me in trouble. Because nobody likes to hear that. If you are using abortion, because you've got condoms, you've got Plan B pills,
You got birth
you've
control.
got birth control,
You got IUDs.
you've got all this other stuff. Abortion is like, yes, this pregnancy is not working out. It's got to be terminated. That is like in my opinion, abortion is an absolute last resort. If there's either going to be something fundamentally wrong with the baby, or
God.
the mom's life is going to be in danger. Or if the mother doesn't really care, because you cannot fault anybody. You can't fault anybody for choosing their own life. You can't. You might want to, but you cannot. You can't force anybody to give up their life for another. Other than that, and in cases of incest, abortion, incest, rape, all of that, yeah, abort it, fine, whatever. But if you're old enough to open your legs, you're old enough to have that child.
Now you sound like exactly like me.
No, because the first part I said was different.
No, what you literally
I
just
just
said is
ended with?
exactly what I've said.
Yes, what I
Forever.
ended with, sure. But I can tell you were not agreeing with some of the things I was saying prior.
I don't agree with it being used as birth control.
Yeah,
I
you
think
agree with me
if
with that.
if you're old enough to open your legs and lay down, then you better be old enough to deal with the consequences of those actions, because we all know what happens when we have sex. It's part of life. The incest and rape part, yeah, I get it. Yeah, I agree with that. I've always agreed with that. I've always agreed with that.
Yeah, but when I said if there's going to be something fundamentally wrong with the child,
Because
that is where I saw you like, yeah, no, I don't agree with you.
because there's fundamentally something wrong with you and
Exactly.
I kept you.
Exactly my point.
So, no, I'm not going to get rid of my child because
I don't agree with
I'm
that.
going to have to be more of a parent or I'm going to have to take
Most-
care of you
Let
more.
me tell you.
Like
let me tell you.
I just
I-
don't agree with that. I
Let
think
me
if
tell
you're
you.
willing to be if you want to be a parent,
Mhm.
if you want to be a mom, you want to be a dad, you better be able to take that child as is. Now, I
Alright.
get you don't want them to suffer. I get that. I totally get that. I don't want my child to suffer. But at the same time, I don't think I would have never in a million years even thought twice about having him.
All right, allow me to
Never.
interject here because
Go ahead, Mr. I'm not a parent. Go ahead. Let's interject with that.
There are a lot of people who have disabled children that should not have had disabled children because they cannot take care of them. They don't know how to take care of them properly. This, that, and the third.
I get it, but
There are so many
unfortunate.
people with disabilities that are abused in their homes.
I
simply
understand.
because their parents should not have been given a child, let alone a disabled child.
And I understand that, but there's no way
that
that
abortion
you can.
would be a mercy at that point. That's what I would say.
Okay,
It would
and
be
I
a
understand that.
mercy.
But unfortunately, there's no IQ test to become a parent or a.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So unfortunately,
But that's what I
just not
mean.
how it works, and I get that. But I
At
just
that
don't
point, it's a mercy.
see giving up my child or even treating them differently because they're
Well,
disabled.
yeah, because you didn't, but you look at someone like John, and John did.
Well, he's an asshole.
But it just goes to show you that that's my point. You've got people that should and should not. Period. People who can handle having a disabled child and people who cannot.
Right, they
Those
don't have the
people-
temperament for it.
Exactly. They shouldn't. Not even just that. There are people that just don't know how to deal with it.
I mean, you can get aggravated because trust me, he was a very colicky baby, and I'd have to put him down and walk away. But you have to know when to walk away. You have to know when to walk away. You can't just go at the child because it's not their fault. They didn't do it.
I didn't ask you, born.
Oh, here we go.
I didn't ask.
Here we go.
Didn't ask.
All right.
I said that all lives matter, and I also meant unborn life. You're so clever. Go ahead, make your little memes while we're bringing home the soldiers who were in the Middle East. Okay, you brought the soldiers home.
You
but then
killed
burned the
13
flag
of
and took
them.
a knee and left the men who fought for all our freedom homeless on the street. Build back better. There'll be violence and riots until you Bible thumpers learn to fall in line and trust the science. We ain't ever backing down from all you pedos and tyrants. The right is fighting the system, the left designed to divide us. And that is clown talk. All you got is mean tweets. It's free speech. Call the cops. Dog, you defunded the police. This country will be better off without all you freaks. This is America, homie. If you don't like it, you can leave. They put you on the left, they put you on the right. They tell you what to hate, then they tell you who to fight. Till you're screaming, screaming. They put you on the right, they put you on the left. They tell you who to hate, they do anything to get you screaming, screaming. No president will ever give a damn about the truth. It don't matter who's the
Right
winner,
there.
cause the people always lose. No president will ever break the system from inside. It's a deep state plan dividing us into sides. It don't matter if you're left, right, black, white, red, blue, conservative or liberal, rich, poor, me, you, Republican or Democrat, old, young, mean, cool. They promise us our freedom, but then all we get is free doom.
You know, I've been saying this.
That's the whole point of it.
I've been saying this. That exact thing. They want us divided.
Mm-hmm. Because
Because it...
united we stand and divided we fall.
Oh no, if we weren't fighting each other, we'd realize that they're really not doing anything.
If we weren't fighting each other, we would fight them. We would all
Yeah.
just unite and fight them, and that's
that's
exactly
my
what
point.
needs to happen.
We would realize they're not doing anything, and then
I
they
think a
don't have
lot of
jobs
people are
anymore.
waking up to the point that the fact that they're not
they
doing
don't
anything.
do anything. Especially not for the American people.
No, it's The thing is, we need to get rid of corporate lobbying
Well,
and lobbying from any foreign government.
Well,
in
here's
our
the thing. Here's when
thing.
the Supreme Court effectively gave companies the same right to lobby that they gave independent citizens to lobby. We went from being,
number one.
number one to being, we're now in corporate capitalism America. It's what the corporations want that matter.
Right.
Get fucked, little guy.
Right, because we can't afford.
We can't afford to lobby millions towards a cause.
No, and the companies can,
The
and
companies can.
that has to go. It has to go. I
Well, then
can't stay.
that Supreme Court case needs to be overturned at that point.
Right. So it needs to go. Somebody needs to challenge it and take it back to the Supreme
But
Court.
that's the
It needs to
thing.
go. It's got to go.
With all the money that the corporations have, realistically, what lawyers are going to take that? What lawyers are going to take that and
If
fight
I
that?
were a lawyer, I would.
Especially if you've got all the big companies with all the big money. There's a reason that Boeing 747s are still, being produced despite
Falling out of the sky.
the fact that they fall out of the sky and any whistleblowers get killed.
I know.
Welcome to the corporate world that the Supreme Court made.
Yeah. Well, that needs
So
to
you
be
can
overturned.
trace all this back to the Supreme Court. It's the
Right.
Supreme Court's
It
fault
needs
that
to be overturned.
corporations have that
It's
kind of
got to be
power.
overturned.
It does.
Period.
Put you on the left, they put you on the right. They tell you what they hate, then they tell you who to fight. Till you're screaming, screaming. They put you on the right, they put you on the left. They tell you who to hate, they do anything to get you screaming, screaming.
He's live.
I was hoping to pause it before we got there.
No, you're not fast enough for that.
I wasn't fast enough for that.
Would you like to try again?
No. There you go. Tom's
I
screaming.
did it better.
Cute.
I'm adorable.
You are. You're adorable.
I'm freaking adorable
yeah,
sometimes.
you're adorable. Dashingly handsome.
Oh my god.
If he didn't
Oh
have the
my
facial hair, he
God,
might be
man.
blushing.
No, I would not. Especially considering all the lights. You can't tell what my face looks like because all the
I
lights
can.
are circulating.
I
You
can.
can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't because all the lights coming off my face.
I can tell what your
I'm
face
white
looks
as a
like.
ghost.
All right, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe,
Ring the bell.
so you get notifications every time we drop a video.
Sometimes it dings.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
And don't forget to visit our social medias that are in the description. And we also have a buy me a coffee link that's in the description section as well. And we will see you on the next one.
Don't forget to check the description in the links.
Yeah, don't forget.
Can't
Bye.
forget that. Bye.
Bye.